Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 2 of GreenZone. Week 2 review. Fucked up already. Bennett. This is my first time hosting. Can people please just laugh and forget about it? I am your host this week, Dave. You'll not hear the subtle tone of Chris as much this week. Some of you will be glad of it, some of you won't. And I am joined by the regulars, Owen, Nick, and Chris, and we're joined by special guest Scott Buchanan of the Craigavon Cowboys. We had 3 games this week. I also have a script, so if you're watching me eagerly, you'll see me go like this every 4 seconds. I don't have fucking... What's the word? Photographic memory. But yeah, we had 3 games on Sunday. In Division 1, we had the Craigavon Cowboys traveling to Greysteel to meet the Derry Vipers, the Westmeath Minotaurs, and the South Dublin. Why is someone laughing so much? I don't like it.
Somebody's like shooting someone or something.
There's lighting going on somewhere.
Moved past it. I'm breathing past it. Westmeath Minotaurs and the South Dublin Panthers met at the Trinity Sports Ground in Santry. And finally, the Belfast Trojans travelled to Limerick to face the Yellow Vikings on Maguire's pitches. I feel like I'm talking so fast, but anyway, let's chill out as I go through all the brilliant stats from the Craigavon Cowboys game, which we'll start off with in D1. Who said Jesus fuck? So, thank you to the Craigavon Cowboys Instagram admin for providing all these beautiful stats in such a clear manner. Kicking things, beautiful. Kicking off, we had Oran O'Kane with a Randy Moss-esque performance. 3 receptions, 3 touchdowns for 118 yards. Scott, you're going to have to help me with this next one because the guy's Instagram was private, so I have him marked down as the Salmon. He had 171 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns. He had 5 carries, weaving like a fish through the Vipers' defense, and he leapt like a salmon to get 6 receptions. Peter Loughran, 303 yards and 6 touchdowns, and we had 3 interceptions for Jason Duddy, Mark McCauley, and Jimmy Morris, who had 4 names on his Instagram. I hope I picked the right 2. And we had a standout defensive performance for Gavin McConnell for 1 tackle for a loss, 1 forced fumble, and 9 tackles. I am sweating. Scott, you were there. You were live. Stats say a lot of things. How did you see it? Was it a perfect game for the Cowboys, or is there a lot of work to be done?
I think there's always work to be done, I suppose. I don't know if you can hear that. There was like a band just going past there too. Like,
yes. Oh, so that's what it was.
That was what I've been lagging like shit here. I've never shit.
Oh yes, I see your private chat saying
3 minutes. I haven't heard a single word.
Listen, just talk about the game. It's cool. 5 or 10 minutes.
I has to drink his tea first.
We're all cool. We're all calm.
Yeah.
Let me compose myself here. Yeah, there's work to be done.
For those listening on Apple and Spotify, Scott has lost a bit of himself with a giggle fit.
I get it. I totally get it.
He's just so happy they're scoring points again.
What was the question again? Oh, I love this fucking show.
So, Scott, you played a game yesterday. How did it go?
What brilliant.
What?
It was a good game.
There's like a collective gasp. Oh,
my head is sore from smiling too much.
I'm trying to keep myself together, and then I can just hear somebody giggle. Like, oh,
The band is gone.
good game.
They have marched their way through Craigavon and they're done. Right. Scott, review the game.
It was a good game. It was a good game. I think a lot of things went down to maybe the Vipers just not clicking as much. They did quite a good. They good opportunities at times, and they just seemed like they hadn't got going in the season. You know, they're just a bit of rust and low numbers, and maybe a bit of an experience with rookies and stuff. Maybe having to start, but I think we capitalized pretty well on it. Defense had quite a lot of stats, and obviously Peter just decided to be Peter. So yeah, it was a good game.
I also seen some O-line love on the Instagram. They give up 0 sacks. Now, me and Chris know we played the Vipers twice last year, and we did not give up 0 sacks. I think we give up
more than
definitely
0.
double digits. I don't know if it reached 20, but even playing the Vipers in the past, their D-line and their linebackers have always been a strong point. Did you notice that on Sunday, or was there another area where you thought, no, they're very good at that?
No, the pass rush was good. Just the usual sort of trying to figure out what they're doing and how to best try to stop that. Special teams I thought was very good. Their kick return especially was proven a bit difficult at times, but I just think it's early season rust type of thing is really their main problem. Just haven't got clicking yet.
Yeah. And for yourselves, do you come away with it thinking, God, we could have put up 60 against these guys, or should have put up 60, or were you like, we've started the season off so well, we need to build from that?
I suppose there's always the want to put up more scores and stuff, but I think it was once we sort of felt that the game was in our hands, it was more about trying to get a few guys rotated in, a few rookies, and get them a bit of experience, like live game experience, because you can yourselves in training that you don't go so hard, but you maybe don't go the same sort of level of intensity as you do in a game. So I think it was good for them to see what a proper game scenario was like. I think it was just more about getting once we knew that the win was sort of in hand. It's just about getting these sort of newer guys a bit of experience.
Yeah, no, well, it's a good game because, like, obviously the Vipers could be a different team than what we came up against last year, but they were an angry bunch, like, in terms of they were aggressive as an O-lineman. Like, they wanted to mangle you to get to your QB.
They threw everything at you as well. It was awful.
Outside linebackers, everything. It was just all out blitz against us every time. But no, cool. So next game. So the Cowboys welcome the Mavericks on the 24th of March. I hope I've got that right. That is your next game, isn't it? Both of you can't confirm. And then the Vipers travel to the Vipers travel to Lime Park playing fields to play the Causeway Giants on the 23rd of March, which is a Saturday. I didn't know if that was right or not, or that was just
that's correct.
Schedule. That is correct. Awesome. Look at me hosting like a boss. I think that whole I'm looking at the time and I'm seeing it's about 10 minutes. That was the band stole the show. And for the first about 4 minutes of it, we were sitting there just pissing ourselves laughing. And everyone who's watching it might understand. Everyone who's listening to you on Spotify or Apple
has dropped off at this point.
Yeah, they've dropped off or they've skipped and be like, "Oh, sorry, my earphones must be playing up because all I'm hearing is laughing constantly."
A disclaimer at the start for serious listeners: begin at minute 4 or 5.
It's just a little monotone, Chris going.
Hi guys, it's your friend Chris here from the GreenZone podcast.
We were having technical difficulties for the first time.
Or the GameZone podcast, as we're now called.
They probably turned off because I don't even know what I said at the start. It was just words that kind of made a sentence and then giggles. due to the failure of it.
Yes.
But yeah, next up we have the Westmeath Minotaurs against the Panthers in Trinity. Panthers putting up an impressive win against the Minotaurs. Now, I know there was a bit of controversy with our experts. I would like to point out that I didn't get a vote on that expert. Yeah, I didn't get a vote on it. I probably would have voted Panthers.
Because you're not part of the experts. They're secret, Dave. Nobody knows who they are.
I thought it was well known that we were
Owen's not on it.
I know
Owen's not on it. No, if Owen was on it, it would have been a different fucking poll.
You're only one vote, Owen.
Yeah, I would have convinced the rest of the experts that they were being silly.
No, you would have convinced them the other way around. It would have been like 90.
I probably would have. Yeah, would have gone, Jesus, this fella has no idea what he's on about.
Also, just sorry, Dave, can I just interject? I don't mean to sidetrack you there, but I just want to address the heinous comments on a rival show, the domestic game. And I know I put a post up about this earlier. Apparently, our experts were accused of being experts at chess, but the only person that plays chess has a beginner ranking, and we will accept your apology either by story form or by post. We'll accept post.
Ian, you don't need to apologize. I love you.
Ian's fucking great on domestic game. Go listen.
Oh, he is unbelievable. Listen to the domestic game. It is class.
Do you mean post by like Instagram post, or are
no?
I mean
handwritten letter.
First class.
Pigeon
it. Pigeon mail. Yeah. But yes, Panthers ran out impressive winners, 33-6 against the Minotaurs. Now, I did say if I was one of the expert picks, I would have went Panthers, but I was expecting a bit more of a competitive scoreline. But watching the highlights, which you can catch on Under Center's podcast, it's about 7 minutes. And thank you guys for such a brilliant job. Westmeath Minotaurs were doing a live stream, and there is footage up of it, but I couldn't see the full thing. So if I'm looking in the wrong place, someone pointed out to me.
It froze after like 6-0. So
yeah,
there's not a whole lot.
There's still good stuff to watch there. If you want to watch, I think it was about an hour and 15 minutes of footage. Go ham if you don't get tape.
Yeah.
But yeah, Under Center have a 7-minute highlight show. The Panthers looked very good. So I always banked that the Westmeath Minotaurs were going to improve, but the Panthers looked very good on offense. And maybe it's a game. It's the first week for them, but some of their trick plays and some of the laterals were amazing. But Owen, you're in a far better place to describe it. A far more biased place, I will add, but you're still in a far better place to describe it from a Panther point of view. So I'll let you describe it. You paint me a word picture now.
Sorry, paint you a word picture.
Paint me a word picture of that game in a Panther style.
Words or more.
I was gonna say. Okay, right. So this game that I wasn't at, I have the stats, so I'll find them now. Hang on.
You're
Coach
the
Tech
club rep.
What do you mean I'm the worst club rep? Did you see the content we were putting out yesterday? I was on fire.
Yeah,
I just was on fire in a different location. No. I saw 6 other games we played yesterday. Shout out to the women's flag team. We'll get onto that in a different episode.
Well,
but
while you're searching for the stats, it might be a good time. You're planning on doing a little thing for that, aren't you, this week, or possibly?
Yeah, there's no games this weekend, so.
Yes, so I'd like to do. Chris has let me do another episode to prove my hosting abilities, because it went so disastrous last time. If you haven't heard it, it was just 90% talking about licking armpits. So shout out to Sam for that.
It's an episode.
It's great. GreenZone heritage, really, but it wasn't really full of high level analysis of how the teams are going to perform, but nobody's tuning into GreenZone for that. So yeah, we'll have a review show. Hopefully there's a little less armpits, a bit more talking about how fucking great the Panthers were. And yes, I found the stats, so I can go on to them now.
Excellent. Love it. So smooth.
Yes, thank you. So touchdowns. Finn Kearns, 3 passing touchdowns and an 84-yard rushing touchdown because he is class. He just, obviously, if for people who don't know, Finn Kearns was a wide receiver in the GFL for a good number of years. He played in high school, I think, as well in America. He played for the UL Vikings when he was younger,
as most of the Panthers did, I assume.
That was kind of funny because it almost looked like or sounded like the deck paused Owen to say that because he has now just stopped. You're back.
I'm back.
That was kind of funny. There was a click noise and then Deck started talking and I was nearly convinced he paused you somehow. And yeah.
Okay, where did I
watch? Go on, Owen. Say something.
How are you? Oh, he's
on an audio medium. We are.
Where did I cut?
Dave, just a fair warning. Scott has put a post in to say he can hear the band coming back.
Oh yeah, but I can see Scott. For the audio listeners, Scott has muted his mic. We will not be hearing drums going around in the background. Oh, he has unmuted the mic.
Why? Oh, there we go.
Unmuted the mic. Owen, you got cut off he played for the UL Vikings, I think, as well.
Yes, he played for the UL Vikings when he was young, about I think from about as early as he could, 18. So yeah, he's been around and he's played at a really high level for a very long time. So really experienced player, but he just decided there last year that he fancies being class at 2 positions, so he plays quarterback now, and does it very well, evidently. I didn't get to see it, but I can only assume he was unbelievable based on the stats. We'll have more detailed stats soon, I hope, so that we can give him Player of the Week. Shout out Tom Donovan, last week's Player of the Week, who got an excellent graphic by, and I'm sure very handsome graphic designer.
The anonymous graphic designer that is AFI redesigned. We'll never know who it is.
Who is it?
For the audio listeners, Owen has AFI redesigned under his name. Under his name.
Oh, dear.
When Kearns bringing back book review? He did that for me. I really enjoyed book review.
Maybe if he's reading a really long book.
Yeah.
Like Ulysses or something. Bring back book review, Finn.
But also shout out, obviously I caught the highlights on Undercenter's YouTube. I'm trying to find the name again. Undercenter's YouTube, Joe Kinahan's touchdown pass to Sean Dalton was a hell of a play, I think, to make it 13-6. But the Panthers just looked expansive on the offense. And look, I'm not overly experienced, but it seems like the kind of stuff you can do on week 1, because if you throw different things on week 1, how is the defense going to react to it, sort of thing. But I was really impressed. And I have been low on the Panthers in preseason. As you know, I think I predicted 3-5 or 2-6 for them.
You did, Joe. I was quite upset about that.
No,
it's right. The thing is, I was high on Westmeath, and I still think Westmeath will do all right.
You are the first person who's ever been high on Westmeath, American football or not, just first person ever.
I'm not going to comment on locations. I am not Chris McGee.
Oh, damn! Give us some interesting facts about Westmeath.
Now people are just bored. They want the controversy. They feed from the controversy.
Yes.
I'm too vanilla. I think I said we were meant to do a show on Friday, but I was feared by the end of it. But I think the Panthers are good, and plus they have. I'm just reading the private chat. It caught me off guard a little. Oh my god, I lost my trail of thought. But yeah, initially coming out of our own game, seeing it 33-6, my first initial reaction was, God, the Minotaurs must have played terribly. It's not the case. The Panthers look so good on offense. But like I say, I watched 7 minutes of it. People have different points of view.
Yeah.
And it's game week 1. So I still think Westmeath, it's not doom and gloom for them.
I think what will kind of worry people most, like other teams most, is the man who caught 2 touchdowns for the Panthers, Sean Goldrick. He's back. Goldie's back.
Oh, and care to comment on the rumors about Matty O'Mara coming back?
Yeah. Other podcasts just clearly don't have all their information either. I would love to see Matty O'Mara thrown to Finn Kearns, but
I would not.
You know, I would.
The league would not.
I've seen it in just he's been around before. Like he was at 1 or 2 of our practices, and they were kind of just throwing the ball around with each other, and like you're kind of looking at them going, "Holy shit! I wish both of you played for us all the time." Like, can you please stay, Matty? But we cannot afford Matty's rates at the moment. So,
wait,
you know, maybe one
paid?
day.
You paying players?
We're not paying players.
That's against bylaws, on.
It's Bounty Gate. They're getting literal chocolate bars.
Bounties? That's a punishment.
AFI Bounty Gates.
But no, Matty plays in Europe. I believe Spain. Did I see that on his Instagram? He's gone to Sevilla or something.
He was in France for a bit.
Yeah, he was in Italy before that, I think.
Jay-Z gets around.
He does. He's a good man for the travelling.
So
yeah, I'm not fully sure where he's playing. I did see that he was in Sevilla. I don't know if he signed for a team over there or what the story is, but he was there. But Matty, if you're watching, please come and play for the Panthers.
He's not watching.
And he's not watching.
Yeah, no, he's not watching. But I make a really nice graphic.
Survived the 22 minutes so far. We've shortened it down and probably lost viewership. Chris, you won't back to those next week. You can carry it.
It's Jack week next week.
In Dave's defense, he can't have banked on an entire band coming through.
No, that helped. I think that really calmed us all down. We really got composed when the band came through, and you know, we just took it in stride. Didn't even notice it.
Scott's heart rate is still 160 BPM over there. Look,
he hasn't recovered.
Bullets in case they do another lap.
But yes,
myself here, like.
I like as well, Scott. You seem to have like a 10 to 15 second delay, so it must be really difficult for you to join in on the conversation as well. So we have to be silent.
Oh God,
the fucker just.
Oh, I love this show.
Oh, we are so professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get all the professionalism all you want from the other podcasts. We're just sober men acting drunk.
Which podcast are you getting professionalism from? Did you listen to the domestic game? That was just the roast of Joe Kinahan last night.
I'm all for it because
I loved it.
No. You
right, here we go, Steve guys.
We're just going to carry on.
Listen. I have asked. I have pleaded. I have publicly pleaded for the Westmeath Minotaurs to let us tag them and stuff.
But that's not Joe Kinahan. He's not the
Yes,
island.
but I tagged Joe instead of Westmeath Minotaurs and stuff.
I swear.
That's funny.
Right. So both of these teams, their next games will be against the Belfast Knights. So the Panthers will be traveling to Belfast on the 24th of March to play the Knights, and then the Knights will be traveling down to Westmeath to play the Minotaurs on April the 7th. Just to put a full stop on your nonsense conversation. I thought I would finish the Westmeath Minotaurs and the South Dublin Pirates bit.
Excuse me?
What team is that?
No, the Pirates for the Panthers.
Did I say the Pirates? Because see, when I was
you said the South Dublin Pirates.
Yeah,
which
for some reason when I was writing the script, I kept saying the South Dublin Pirates, and I do understand some of the Pirates did go to the Panthers, But
not enough to warrant that. I think you'd be calling them the West Dublin Pirates.
Finn Kearns
I
hates
believe
me
where
now.
they are.
You're not getting tagged in book review.
Good. I can't even read. So as I read a script, I'm just trying to like get this over with. I you know, me and Chris had a long day yesterday.
We were in the bus for 11 hours.
I for one day think this is going really well.
Right. So you know, people must just get anxiety listening to me because I'm talking so fast. And
You're
I'm
not actually
so much
talking that
nonsense.
fast.
You're not really. No, you're all right.
No,
So,
you did a great job.
I need your support. I need Scott to go outside, get the band, and let him come in behind him and like do I don't know, like serenade me. What is it? Don't stop.
Right now, everybody pause for 15 seconds so we can respond.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's not the sort of music you'd be into.
If your comic timing is this good in real life, you need to be on stage for it.
I actually think Scott's response time is the same length as the "we'll be right back."
Yeah, we'll go to Scott Buchanan for a rebuttal.
For those of our listeners on Spotify and Apple, please just watch the YouTube video. It'll make you much more sense.
Just watch the Apple Music
25 minutes into that video.
Oh, that Jack's away. Dave, was there any other games this weekend?
There was, but I was looking at the time and being like, man, I don't want to be like 25 minutes. I know I'm all for shorter episodes, but 25 minutes takes the piss. But yes, there was another game. The Belfast Trojans traveled to the UL Vikings. My cheeks are sore from smiling. You guys just make me so happy and make me living. So the Trojans traveled down to a Vikings squad who were coming off a week 1 high, coming back from 24-0 down to the Admirals to draw 24-24. Unfortunately, look, it wasn't meant to be for them this week as the Trojans won 38-0 to kick off their season in style. Chris, I have stats, but would you like to read the stats?
Yeah, I'll briefly go over them. How long we got?
Time. We've got all the time in the world. People have stopped listening. This is just a conversation between you.
Yeah, so we had touchdowns from Michael Ferris, Lorcan Quayle, Oren Wilson, Chad Higgins, and there was a pick 6 from Thomas Boyd as well. We went down to this game really, really prepared. Not taking anything for granted, especially after what happened with UL the week before. But to go down and to just execute, stick to the game plan, trust the coaches, trust the process, a combined yardage of 472. And I'll just double check that. Yeah, 207 of that on the ground, 265 out of Dom's hands. A fantastic team win. Also, no sacks allowed from the O-line. Shout out to our brethren on the O-line.
Shout out the O-line.
The O-line in its entirety for keeping Dom on his feet all day. Defensively, they just did not let UL get going. I think 3 first downs, maybe 4. You'll get past. Now, I appreciate Finn O'Donovan. He went out injured. I caught up with him after the game. It seems to be just a dead leg, so he should be fine. But they really... I'm not going to say they played poorly because I don't think they did. I think they were just fell victim to what is a really well prepared game plan that the Trojans came down with. They didn't quit. Like you saw this, Dave. Like we went on. Like I was on. Jeez, it was coming to the end of the fourth. And I can't remember the guy's name. But he plays in number 27. And he was still swinging like it's the first drive. And I'm just like, that is just the heart of the team to be able to keep fighting up until the final whistle, even after maybe all hope is lost for some teams. No, UL should hold their heads up high with how they conducted themselves on the field and off it.
Yeah, like obviously we're biased, but we did come into that really hyped. The defense were on fire. Interceptions. I feel like I'm forgetting the name here on the interceptions, but we have Brandon Faulkner, Tom Montgomery, and Leo McMahon. And obviously Thomas Boyd got the pick 6, so he got an interception. There's a couple of sacks too, but I don't know how confirmed they are. I know John Mahan got at least half a sack because he ran over to me because I was doing the stat sheet for the first half. And I'm pretty sure Dale Kelly got a sack as well. The defense was on fire. And the thing is, on the Vikings side, the Vikings played the Admirals the first week, who were the number 2 seed, I think, in the end in the Premier Division last year. And then they played the Trojans, who ended up being the 4 seed, 1 week after the other. And they obviously, it requires a lot of energy to go from 24-0 to 24-24 in a tie. And I know for a Trojans point of view, like, when you see that last week, you know that if you're up by 20, this game's not over. It's far from over. So the Trojans kept it up in high gear for the whole game. But yeah, UL played it right out to the end.
Before we get beat up on Sunday training, Peacock got the sack as well, and he is one of our captains. So
was he? There was 3 sacks, wasn't there? So Peacock got 1, and
Leo got 1, and
Leo,
John got 1.
Well, John, I thought Dale got 1, but oh well. But yeah, no, the Vikings are going to be a good team, but it doesn't get any easier as well because their next game is the Rebels, and it's going to be in Limerick again. Which, like, your 3 home games, I know home games are going to be advantage to you, but when it's the Admirals, the Trojans, and the Rebels, that's so difficult. And if you said to them at the start of the year, look, you're going to get 1 draw and 2 losses out of your first 3 games. I'm not saying they're going to get beat by the Rebels, by the way, but just hypothetically, that's a good start against those 3 teams. If you got a draw and two losses, just coming up from Division 1, like there's no
shame in that. Yeah,
shame in that. Yeah, exactly.
It's a big ask. It's like I said this when we did the pre-season preview episode with Under Center, that out of all the schedules that were released, the Vikings got the shit end of the stick. Now, there's 2 ways of looking at it. Woe is me. I've got the shit end of the stick. I have the top 4 teams at me at the start. And we're just going to crumble. But seeing how those guys have conducted themselves, week 1 to come back from a 24-point deficit, week 2 to keep swinging until the final whistle, like those boys, I feel bad for their last 4 games of the season for people who are going up against them. Like, those boys will be forged in iron and steel from playing the Admirals, us, Rebels, then UCD.
Jesus, I didn't know they had Rebels UCD in their next 2.
Yep.
Fuck me, I'm kind of half glad we left.
3 games in a month.
Christ. I'd rather them than us now with that schedule.
And it was a special day for myself and Chris as we got our first taste of SBC, our first snaps.
Dave was on a touchdown drive. I
think was it not on a couple?
No.
Chris is a record.
I thought I was on for 2, but it might be 1 now when I think about it. Oh well, I was just on a high. It's on a high for being on SBC, but even more importantly, it's me and Chris's first win since about August or July of 2022.
It's the first time we've won since we beat the Mavs.
You should have joined the Mavs. You could have won last week. It would have been a week earlier.
We have scored more points and had more wins in one game than we did in our 2023 season.
Oh
God!
Like
it was an emotional day.
Snap.
And I appreciate
the touchdown was great.
We had a small part to play in that. Like the Trojans have depth, and we are not on the surface. Let's say we're near it, but we're not on it. And like it's just such a relief to be part of a team and a machine that it's just like we stuck to the plan. We worked hard. We got the win. Everyone had a few beers in the bus. Like it's the reason you play this game,
Yeah. No. Well, like when I came to the Trojans, I wanted to develop as a player. If I performed like the way I performed last year, I didn't deserve any snaps. So to get snaps in the first game that I could possibly set up for them is awesome in my view. But anyway, this isn't about us, Chris. Like,
no.
Stop floating, you prick.
You fucking started.
But no. So as we were saying, Vikings come up against the Rebels on the 24th of March. So they've only got a week to dust themselves down and then go back at it again against the minnows that are the Dublin Rebels. It's a joke. You're not minnows. You're the champions of Ireland.
Say, Jesus, that's a risky joke.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay.
Me and Scott can make those jokes now. We don't play them this year.
Yeah.
You guys just keep it cool.
Yeah.
They're shit, really, aren't they, Scott?
Wait.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, horrendous.
Sorry, Scott. Continue.
Oh, he's gone.
No. We will get his comments about great Rebels are.
Oh, they just snuck in there before the break.
For the audio listeners, Scott has got his arms up and is laughing.
Welcome to the GameZone audio description podcast.
Nice, bro.
Easy, Chris. There's only so much people can take of that.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
can
that's
I say something?
Yes.
I doubt it.
So, I was talking to Mo Ramadan, who is the head coach of the Trojans women's team and a member of the Belfast Trojans for many years.
Yep.
And I was asking him, what was the score down in UL? Because I thought maybe he'd gotten a text or something. And somebody else came over, and I won't name them. They know who they are. I don't want to get in trouble, though. And they told us the score was 4-3 to UL.
Right.
I don't know who spread this.
Who spread this rumor?
No, this was forwarded into the experts group chat. So it didn't originate there. That it was 4-3 and we had 2 safeties.
Yeah. Because we were reading back the group chat. We were looking at these score updates, and a certain person was like, "Oh, it's 4-3 to the Trojans." There was 2 safeties. It's like, what? Who was spreading this misinformation? Because it's so random.
I actually think that information is coming secondhand from the person who was telling it at the NSC there. Because that other person that I assume sent it into the group chat was also in the NSC.
It's so McGuire just having a laugh, wasn't it?
Oh.
We wish you well, Aidan.
Yeah.
Come get well soon. We miss you. And it's only Declan who's making fun of you.
Jeez, I better text him actually after saying that.
I haven't spoken to him in a long time. Right, we've hit the 40-minute mark. I'm proud of myself. I don't know about you guys. I'm happy with my job today. Thank you all. So thank you,
David.
Chris. Thank
David,
you.
Can we just give a last word to Scott? Wait.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you should have had on that.
Oh,
Can we trim the recording so that it just doesn't have that?
Have what? Have what?
Just have that whole bit at the end so that it just ends as soon as he says that.
We're still recording.
Yeah, we're still recording.
Yeah, but just trim it. Just cut it from the end.
I haven't said bye yet properly.
That would be so funny, though.
I don't care. We will trim this into a TikTok where all you can hear is the band going past Scott's house, and that's it. And that's what will represent our week 2 review.
Gonna send some poor veteran into shock.
Right before this gets weirdly political. I've been the host, Dave. I never want to do this again because I feel like dying.
I love Dave League.
The regulars, Chris Owen and Declan, thank you. And Scott Buchanan, the final word.
I actually think he's gross.
No. Silence. The final word, Scott. It's yours. Scott, please say goodbye. Just say goodbye.
Go football.
Jesus Christ, please say goodbye. Oh, he's in fits of giggles.
Right, either he says goodbye or once he slides off the chair.
No, man. This is comedic silence. People are gonna love this shit. If they've got this far, they're in it. They're laughing too.
You know what's good? We pay by the minute for our hosting.
Sweet. Hey, Scott, final word. Say goodbye to the lovely folks.
I can only apologize.